Join me as I spotlight the heart of Delaware's entrepreneurial spirit. In each segment, local small business owners share their unique journeys, from the spark of inspiration that launched their venture to the passion that drives them forward. Discover what makes these businesses special, learn about the products and services they offer, and get to know the dedicated entrepreneurs who are building their dreams right here in the first state. These are the stories behind Delaware's thriving small business community. It is that time. It is time for the R2RB Small Businesses of Delaware segment, and my guest tonight is Marins Med, a prosthetic device innovation company. My guest has a story that exemplifies the spirit of innovation born from necessity. In 1990, a workplace accident changed everything for 19-year-old DuBre. And is that how you pronounce it, Susan? I meant to ask you before that about that as well.
Oh, no, it's DuBre.
DuBre, thank you. Okay. Rather than accept limitations, Daryl saw an opportunity. He understood that real innovation comes from real experience, and he had both in abundance. Daryl has transformed personal adversity into a mission that changes the changing lives. The company doesn't just make prosthetics, they craft solutions that are robust, practical, and built for the real world. So we're going to dive into how this business got started, and it isn't just about profit, but generally life-changing. And Susan, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you, Deborah. I really appreciate being invited.
Oh, you're welcome. So why don't you tell us about, who you are, what your role in the business is?
My name is Suzen DuBre, and I am the CEO of Marins Inc. As CEO, it is my responsibility to, protect the vision of our company. And I'd like to say I am a relentless pursuer of ideas. And ultimately, it's my job to make the final call when it matters most, all while clearly communicating our why and our value proposition.
Wow, that is a lot.
It feels like it sometimes.
I know. I was reading about you and Daryl on your website, and I mean, this is a big undertaking. This company, we'll get into that in a minute. So, just your role alone in the company, it's just the day to day. I'm sure just is never ending.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. All right. So tell us about Marins Inc. When did it get started? What type of business is it? And how did you come up with the business name?
Marins Inc. specializes in upper body powered devices for active amputees. I would have to say our business started about 3 decades ago, but we didn't realize until about 5 years ago.
Really?
So one of the very few things that was good that came out of the pandemic was it gave us the time and the space to really focus our energy on building Marins. And I love when people ask me how we came up with our name, Marins. I knew that this one was going to be a tough business because working in the upper limb prosthetics industry is not an easy space. And so I wanted it to be a name that I would not put down, and I would not put down easily. So I named it after my beloved mom, Sandy Bragg. She was tough as nails and sweet as sugar, and her nickname was Mary Poppins. So we took the M-A-R from Mary and the I-N-S from Poppins and combined them. So that is how Marins came to be.
Oh my gosh. Just with that story, my God, you gave me goosebumps on that one. I can see where you're just going to, that's right there. So you can't just like, I can't do this anymore. You have your mom right there with you all, right along with you with this business.
Yeah, she was definitely a great inspiration. She would have been the first to ask what she could do to help, but while she was helping, she would probably have said, "And so what took you so long?"
Moms, I'm telling you. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's for sure.
But she was there when the company got started and everything?
She passed away about 10 years ago. So she knew and adored Daryl very, very much. And so she always knew it was kind of brewing because Daryl had known what he wanted for a long time. So she's definitely here. Trust me.
That's great. That is really great. So then, what was the reason why you started this business?
Well, you definitely had it pegged in the beginning. Our reason and our inspiration, it comes directly from the lived experience of Daryl. He is our chief technical advisor. But when he was 19, he had a terrible work accident that resulted in the amputation of his left arm. When he was first fitted with a prosthetic, he had some really high hopes. He was ready to move on. But what he got was the number one selling device, which was actually designed in 1912.
Oh, wow.
It uses a simple rubber band for grip strength. And and here's the thing. It is still the number one selling device today, despite having a 50% abandonment rate. So half the people who are fitted with this device end up not wearing anything at all. Yeah. So from the start, I think Daryl knew what he needed, but it took a while to realize that if he wanted real change, he was going to have to be the change. And that's how Marins was born.
And then, once you started doing that, you have your own prosthetic, the ProHensor. Is that what Daryl created then?
Right. So his experience led to the development of the ProHensor, and we affectionately call it the ProHook. And it's a patented FDA Class 1 device that gives users real grip strength, not a rubber band grip strength. It also has an automatic lock, works without any batteries or downtime. It's built for real life. It's built for people who, want to work hard, play hard, and live fully. And ultimately, it's designed to finally replace that 100-year-old 1912 technology that somehow is still the industry standard.
That is crazy.
It is.
Yeah. I mean, because, I have looked at your website, I have looked at the videos, and to think that, somebody wants the rubber band prosthetic over the ProHensor, I don't understand. Now, I don't know what it's like to wear or use one of these, but I'm thinking that over time, the rubber band must wear out quickly.
It does wear out, but the problem is it's a rubber band. It doesn't have a lot of strength.
Okay.
Compared to what you could actually hold something. That there's a lot of fear when it comes to the rubber band because it just doesn't hold on. It just doesn't hold on very tightly. But when you first become an amputee, you don't know it's available. And ultimately, our device wasn't available. It's not that they want a choice. It's that there really is no choice. And the phrase that we use a lot is the difference between public perception and industry reality is probably the most divergent in this industry than any other, because most people are absolutely shocked. And the thing is that in order to get quickly into a device, it has to be a body-powered device. That's how you heal. That's how you get better. Right. And then moving forward from there, you can be fitted with a mild device if that works, for your lifestyle. If what you need is that, if that's what insurance would allow, but everybody gets fitted with a body powered first. And
then also, I'm thinking and watching the videos too with the ProHensor up heavier objects, the way that this one locks differently. Does it lock differently than the other one?
There are no other. That's
or the rubber band.
We are the right. We are. I guess the technical phraseology for it is that we are the only modular voluntary closing and locking device in the market.
Wow.
So yeah, there's no other locks, if you can even believe it.
Yeah, no. I really can't. I can't at all. It's 5 years since the pandemic, and you just continue to grow.
So yeah, I can't even believe it's been 5 years.
Yeah, that is. I think all of us, it's like 5 years from the pandemic, from COVID-19. That is just absolutely crazy. I don't want to answer the question we might have already, but what does make the ProHensor unique?
Well, the ProHensor itself is unique, but I would say our place in the market is unique because in an industry full of brilliant and well-meaning engineers, brilliant engineers, Marins is one of the few companies with products actually engineered by an amputee. The ProHensor being designed by an amputee for amputees, and it's modular, easy to service, durable, and built for every day because we're grounded in real lived experience. We understand the pain points and the frustrations better than others, and we're ready to meet the user where they are so that they can keep moving forward. And I believe that's what makes us unique.
Wow. So when somebody needs
needs a device like this, do they come to you, or how does that work?
They go to their prosthetist first. The prosthetist is the go-to for in the United States, domestically. Okay. And that's where they go.
All right. After that, do they come to you for the fitting, or is that still done through?
No, our device is designed to fit on the end of the arm that the prosthetist makes. Okay. So the arm and the end of the arm are two different things. But what's very interesting is that the ProHensor was designed to easily fit into the same exact wrist that all of the other devices are built to fit into. So you can switch out our device instantly. Oh, wow. There's a lot of like little tidbits and that go into creating this device.
Yeah. So you have a team, you have an advisory board, of course, yourself and Daryl being the go-to for the technical side of it, but it must have taken a team to create and put this whole device together.
Oh yeah, we have an amazing CFO, Steve Burke. He keeps our finances in line and is probably one of the best sounding boards that we could ask for. But we're also very lucky to work with Route 3 Labs. They are an outstanding engineering firm, and they have been instrumental in moving us from our device prototype place to our final manufacturing design. Oh my gosh, a lot of work goes into that. And then we also collaborate with an international nonprofit called Victoria Hand Project, and they 3D print arms for people in some of the most underserved parts of the world. And they are currently in 11 countries. In fact, they delivered 2 of our ProHensor hooks to Ukraine recently, which was the most unbelievable experience. And like you said, we have an amazing advisory board.
Yeah. Again, I was looking at the website. What does your board do? Your advisory board do? Oversee the whole operation?
No, our advisory board, they're comprised of experts in prosthetics and sales and quality control and IP law. I would say the best analogy I have is that they're like the phone a friend. We consult with them on every step. Like if there is a question, we have an expert in that question. And it's amazing how broad your experience can be and how much more nuanced your approaches in business can be when you have an advisory board like we do.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Actually looking at your website as we speak, this is just amazing how this device can change somebody's, life overnight, and the work and the ingenuity and the time that goes into this is amazing. Mm-hmm. It really is.
Yeah. And it's interesting. Daryl he has changed. The confidence that he now brings to every task, as you see on the website. I mean, he's doing, he's wielding chainsaws and shaking up 5-gallon buckets of paint and, climbing ladders and, changing oil and doing all these things that he does. Yeah. And you can just see, I mean, he's just a different person now.
Yeah, it definitely has to change your mindset when you're able to, do all the things that you once were able to do, and then it's taken away from you, and now you're able to go back to that. That just has to be so. Can't even imagine what it's like. Just looking at it, it's amazing. It really is. I love that Daryl, what he does himself to put himself in the different situations. He puts himself out there for other people to say, "Oh, okay, well." Maybe I do have a different path to look into and to check out. Because, I can't even imagine, can't even think what it would be like to lose any limb. So this is just fantastic. Really is, Susan. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Is there anything else that you want to share with us that I haven't touched on, that we haven't talked about tonight?
Well, I would love, so I definitely want people to know how they can get in contact with us.
Absolutely. Thank you.
There's about 500,000 upper limb amputees out there that have abandoned their device and they don't seek any more care from prosthetists. So they're kind of like gone to the wind. Wow. They don't necessarily see themselves as amputees. They see themselves as what they do, not necessarily an amputee. So they're very difficult to find. Okay. So we count on other people who know upper limb amputees to say, hey, check this out.
Yeah.
And so they can find us at, we made a new nifty website name, so it's really easy. You can find us at marins.pro. So that is Marins, M as in Mary, ARINS.pro.
Oh, cool.
And that will take you to the website. It leads you to all kinds of videos, answers to questions, more about basic products. And from there, you can also find our TikTok, our Instagram, our YouTube. It's like the gateway into Marins. And we've even hidden few Easter eggs so to keep it fun and real. It's
a great website. It really is, because
Thank you.
You're welcome, because I keep going back and referring to it. The information that you provide, the videos you provide, the background, your advisory, your team. So you really, like you said, you have such a great informational website and so many people, that's what we want. You want to go to a website and you want to have your questions answered, before you even make that first phone call. And that's what you've done with your website. It's amazing.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much. And I need to give a shout out to the University of Delaware. The University of Delaware's capstone project for the management information systems. Uh-huh. They helped recreate our vision of a website and how to communicate to people through that modality. Yay to the University of Delaware.
Oh, absolutely. That is fantastic. Oh my gosh. Absolutely. Any other shout outs? Because this is the time to do it.
Okay, well, I'll do another for the University of Delaware, because another capstone project for seniors was the engineering department. The mechanical engineering department created an abrasion testing machine, which is, you don't need to know what it does exactly, but it is a testing machine that is running 24 hours a day. Wow. to test a device for longevity.
That is fantastic. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so it's all in the family. It's all in the Delaware family.
That's so great. I have learned so much about the small businesses here in Delaware. And as we said earlier, talking about how did I, find Marins Inc. And it was through social media, doing my research, then just reading about it and just caught me. And it's like, definitely want to share this information with my listeners. So Susan, thank you so much for talking with me tonight and telling us all about Marins Inc. And anybody out there, again, you can find them at marins.pro. I love that. That's great. That was a great idea.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And thank you so much, Deborah. I really do appreciate being invited.
Oh, you're so welcome.
Thank you for joining me for another R2RB Small Businesses of Delaware segment. I'm proud to showcase the incredible entrepreneurs who make our state's business community so vibrant. If you're a Delaware small business owner who'd like to share your story, or if you have questions about my segment, please reach out. I'm Deb Lamata, and you can contact me at info@r2rb.com or visit our website at www.r2rb.com. Until next time, keep supporting local Delaware businesses.